Hello everyone, Ace here, and today we are back with some more Xbox emulation, courtesy of XEMU, which by the way has just today gotten a brand new build. And with it, the game we will be testing is none other than Pirates Legend of the Black Cat. This game, by the way, for the record, was the last game made by Westwood, so an interesting send-off, certainly, but let's go ahead and jump right into it, shall we? I admittedly have not tested this out in a little while, but I did play it a little bit earlier, so just to see how things handle. As you can see, there is still some frame rate issues on foot, which can make dodging certain enemies such as these guys a little bit of a challenge, but no matter. Alright, so he hit us. And they've stun locked us. Ooh, got one of them. Now these guys do drop health sometimes, so it's not necessarily a bad thing. Or the end of the world, at least. And they also drop money, so that's nice. We can use the money to repair our ship and stuff like that, so that's always convenient. But we will actually head to the ship itself, just to see how that handles. And as luck would have it, we have an enemy ship right beside us. I like how you can actually see on this game the ships and whatnot when you're on foot, but you can also see the stuff that you would normally detect on foot while you're still at sea. It's a nice little attention to detail that was kind of rare for a game from this era, I'll admit. Might explain why we're still having some frame rate issues, although it's nowhere near. I don't think it's quite as bad, or perhaps it's more tolerable due to the fact that the combat in this is, for the ship sections, is a little bit slower and thus a little bit more forgiving in that regard. Got him. So that's 2 ships down. There's a third one there, and they of course drop loot, so we do need to pick that up. Because sometimes it's not just money we get, but also wood that helps us repair while on the go, or sails that allow us to do the same, or cloth that allows us to do the same for the sails, which has its own health, although it's not really depicted for some reason. Okay, he's down to... Yay, we got even more loot coming our way. Some wood. We're pretty decent on health for now, so what I will instead do is take the loot here and go raid ourselves an enemy fort, which I believe there's one right near us, so yep, see the little red flag? And they have a little tower to help defend it. Oh, cannonball incoming. 2 towers, okay. We are getting torn up a little bit. We'll take out the first tower and then... This is a little bit difficult to do with the camera because you have to constantly manually adjust it, but in my opinion, probably the best way to take out a fort is this way. I mean, it is a little cheap and cheesy, but it works. So saith our God Howard. Then we can actually repair our ship at the port for a price, of course, but okay, so it looks like we've pretty much gotten the fort to surrender, so let's take out the 2 towers, then we should be all golden. That's 1 tower deleted. Now let's yeetus deletus the other one, and we should be good. A little bit out of range, so we'll just close the distance and do the same old shtick we did before. So far, I do think the game, right now, this emulator, the game is playable on the emulator despite the frame rate issues, so that is nice. And I don't think there was music in the previous build that I tested this on, but that was a while ago, so as you can probably tell from the saves. There we go. Cutscene plays, but we can now repair our ship. Which is going to cost a little money, but well, it'll be less than, I think, getting the sails and logs to do it ourselves. So, we can take care of that. Now we can start working on the enemy ships that have just popped up out of nowhere. To be fair, we did just raid their forts, so it makes sense for them to send a relief squadron of some sort, although this was pretty quick. But then again, this is a game, this is more of an arcade game and not a simulator of any sort. Although it does have things like ramming in it, so... I actually kind of like the soundtrack. Although, to be fair, I'm pretty sure this is Frank Klepacki's work again. Once again, this is Westwood, after all. And I do recall seeing on his website this game get listed, so... Got him deleted. Okay, so now he's down for the count. And let's get ourselves some nice shiny loot. We actually have so many logs now that we can just repair our ship with the things proper. Okay. How are we doing on sales? Pretty good, actually. So I'm thinking I'll just sail back here, save, and then we will call it. So yeah, ultimately I do think this game is more or less playable, although there are, of course, frame rate issues. So, we will save, and there we have it. Now that we are saved, it's a good time to call it. So yeah, the game is, in my opinion, mostly playable, but there are a few frame rate issues here and there. There might be some graphical issues as well, but I do think it is ultimately playable, and yeah, it is a good game and one worth your time. But in any case, this has been Ace. Hope to see you guys again soon. Take care. Ace out.